What's going on, guys? Nick here. Welcome back to another video. I want to go ahead and say thank you for the support that I got on the last video. And I know I only got like one comment on that video, but I also got some good feedback and some DMs, personal messages from my friends, and telling me what they think about the video. So I want to go ahead and thank them and the people that watched that video and hopefully gave me some criticism or said something about it. And I hope that I can continue making videos that are sort of similar like that, and if not, better. Um, but today, I want to go on and talk about something that's less oriented about yourself and more so oriented about how to, learn to forgive people because um, there is a lot of things I regret in life, and one of those things that I regret is not forgiving people. And there's a lot of people that I wish I could like let know that I forgive them. So, for instance, Ethan, I highly doubt you're gonna watch this video, but if you do, please message me. Please send me something because you blocked me. I blocked you on a couple things, and I want to just let you know that I'm sorry, and I'm sorry for not forgiving you for what you did to me and what you said to me. But now I want to be able to be like kind of a good example and say that I'm not the greatest at forgiving others either. Like I have people that I know that I still haven't made amends with, and I feel like I need to. And something that's gotten me really thinking about this recently is because I've been thinking about a person that I went to school with again recently, and his name was actually, I'm just gonna call him W. I know I used to make fun of people who don't like saying the full name or like the first name of the person that they're referencing. But for this instance, this person is related to me in a way. So I don't want to put him on here, especially with the circumstances that happens later to him, which I will talk about. But back in sixth grade, um, I was at cafeteria and we're at lunch and stuff like that, and there was this kid there named W who I was off and on with a friendship, or whether we're friends or if we're enemies or if we're we were the definition of frenemies, that stupid TV show or movie from Disney or whatever. But we were the definition of frenemies. Sometimes we were cool with each other, other times we were punching, hitting each other and fighting each other and all this, that, and the other. And then one day uh, there was a trend going on in school where people would ask, "Are you gay?" And if you say no, then they will ask, "Does your mom know you're gay?" And then your main answer you're supposed to give is no comment, because there's no way of answering that. Like, there's no way of getting out of that little trap that you have. Now, I mean, obviously I'm not gay, you know, but there was a trend going on about that. And at that time in my life, someone in my family had just passed away, and I was dealing with a lot. I was kind of mourning, and I was upset, and it was a very tough time in my life. And then the next day at school, I come in, and W asks me this. He says, "Are you gay?" But since we're in the lunchroom, I can't hear what he's saying. And so, he I think I thought he was asking me, am I okay? Because obviously I'm not. A family member had just passed away, all this, that, and the other, and I was obviously not in a good, like, state because of that. And so me thinking that he was just trying to be nice and genuinely asking me, "Hey, you look upset. Is everything okay?" I said yes. Then he made a big deal about it. He joked around about it, and He told everyone, everyone was laughing at me, everyone was kind of picking fun at me, and you know, that kind of hurt because there was also a lot of girls in school that I liked that, they were even laughing at me and picking fun at me. And then also, even my friends were like joking about it. And obviously, this could have just been a rib, but I grew up in a family that we didn't rib each other with our words. We ribbed each other with fighting. I was one of those like turned around, like sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. But I was sticks and stones won't break my bones, but words will break every one of my body kind of thing. And so I didn't understand how to take a joke at the time, and I should have took it as a joke. But I didn't at the time. And I came home, I was upset, I was crying because I was upset about this, I was upset about my family member passing away. It was a bunch of stuff happening. And my mom said, "That's it. I'm done. This has happened to you and your brother, and I'm done. I'm done with it. I'm sick of seeing you in sadness because of what these people are doing to you." There was one time me and W was playing around, and I used to see myself as like a tough guy. Like if I ever tried getting into a fight at school, I just let people punch me and be like, "Man, you ain't even strong enough for me to retaliate." Like I used to just like let people hit me so people know I'm tough. And then I would I would just be like, "Ah, man, nah, you're weak as crap. I don't need to retaliate. I don't need to do anything." And so, like, stuff like that would happen. I would come home and I would have a bruise on my face, and I'd have to lie to my mom about how I got it. I said that I slipped in the bathroom and hit my face on the freaking sink. A bunch of different lies and a bunch of different things. Um, but whenever it came to words, that's whenever it actually dug deep into me. And my mom saw that and she was like, "That's it. I'm pulling you out of school." And then I became homeschooled. That made me lose contact with a lot of my friends. That made me lose the opportunity to have, what normal kids my age would have. I didn't go to a prom. I think I went to like one middle school dance or something like that that one time, but I never had prom. I never was able to hang out with my friends again, really. The only one that I did have like something like that was one of my friends, Ryan, but me and him don't really talk much either anymore. Um, and it's just a bunch of stuff, right? And a bunch of stuff that I missed out on. And during that time, I became very hateful of W. And I hated him for a long time. I despised everything about him because of what he took from me in that way. And so for years, I despised him. For years, I held a grudge against him. And I think I just said his name. I can't remember. If I say his, I'm just going to go on and say his name. His name's Wyatt. I can't remember to stop saying W. But Wyatt, I started resenting him and hating him a lot, because of what he took from me, um, for years. And then one day, one day, my uncle wasn't doing too well. He was dying of pancreatic cancer. And I think it was when he did die, or it was like a few days before he died. Um, my cousin brought her, I think it was boyfriend or fiance at the time, with her to go and see my uncle. And it was there that I saw this guy, and I was like, "Wait, you look like this kid I used to go to school with." And he was like, "Oh, who is it?" And I was like, "Wyatt." And he was like, "Yeah, that's my brother." And then I kind of got back into contact a little bit with Wyatt, um, you know, and uh, and he had told Wyatt about like what I thought or what happened and how it hurt me in that way and how I like he made me leave school and whatever. And then a few days later, Wyatt hits me up on Instagram and he's like, "Dude, I'm sorry if I made you do that. I didn't mean to." Like, do that to you. I thought I was just being funny or whatever. I didn't mean to actually, you know, make you leave school or this, that, and the other. And at the time, I forgave him, but at still, you can heal. It's one of those things where a scar will heal, or a cut will heal, but it will still leave a scar, kind of thing. Where I was happy and I was glad that he, that he came back and he was like, "Hey, man, I'm sorry for doing that if I did anything wrong against you." Um, but I still didn't fully forgive him. And about a year ago, I was talking to my friend Ethan, and he had told me that Wyatt died and that he was shot in some sort of incident. And I'm not gonna lie, man, I bawled. And even now, I'm kind of tearing up about it because I spent so many years harboring hate about him, harboring so much anger and resentment towards him. And when something happens to that person that you thought you hated, and you thought that all these things, at your worst, you were like, I wouldn't care if he died, kind of thing. And then that actually happens. It hurts you. It hits you in a way that you can't ever know. And that is what happened to me. I bawled. I was crying. I was so upset. I hated myself because of the way that I felt about him and the feelings that I had about him after I left school. And then whenever you're like knowledgeful that life is not permanent, that really hits you. And I wish I could take back those feelings that I had, those feelings of hatred and anger towards him, but I can't. And all I can do is try and learn from my mistakes and try and do that again. There is a lot of people that I have like problems with right now, and I have unresolved issues with, and I haven't forgiven them. And I need to learn to do that. And so for all the people out there, if you're watching this video, if you know me and we're having problems, hit me up. We could try and resolve them. I know I can think of at least 2 people or 3 people right now that I could say I'm sorry to, or vice versa, and let them know that I forgive them, and to just forgive and forget. And yeah. So thank you guys for watching. I know this is even more of a sadder video than the last one, because this one deals with a lot more of a real topic. The last one is something that is solely on yourself. This one is something that you can actively push for others, and something that is not only a benefit to you, but a benefit to other people. To just let them know that you forgive them, and then to let them know that no matter the problems you had in the past, we are all humans, we all make mistakes, and we're all just not where we're supposed to be. And so yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'm sorry for getting a little bit teary in this video and a little bit upset in this video, but you know, again, it is a much more real issue that I have in mind, and it was something that, you know, I've felt for a long time. And every time I think about it, even mentioning it to my friends who I haven't seen since, 6th grade, if I see them at work or if I see them in any scenario, I always bring up Wyatt, because I just want to know that, I just want them to know that if they knew me and Wyatt and the issues that we had, that I forgive them, that I wish I had the time to really forgive him and to really let him know that I forgive him, And I think that's just something we all should learn from and try and do. So yeah, last time I'm gonna say it. Thank you guys for watching. And yeah, thank you. I don't really know how to end the video, but I'm just gonna end it now. I'll see you guys later. Pachache.